What's up? It's your boy Cholo and Rebecca here in Cholo's Tiny Truck Chop Shop, And what we're gonna do tonight, Tonight's gonna be the first video in a whole set of videos of reviews and shit, man. I want to do some reviews. I want to let you guys know what I got going on with my shit and stuff, watch it. Like tonight, I'm gonna talk about this right here, man. This is the Blade Inductrix FPV HD, vato. Yeah, that's a bad fuck. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, what's happening, you guys? Tonight I want to talk about, like I said, Blade Inductrix FPV HD. You're looking at it. I'm sure you're looking at it like, well, hey, it's missing a propeller. It sure is missing a propeller. Get to that in a minute. I got this bad boy right here off of Amain Hobbies. I love Amain Hobbies. Amain Hobbies is fantastic. I bought a lot of stuff off of Amain Hobbies, you guys. I highly recommend Amain Hobbies. I got this on a Black Friday deal. Normally this thing retails, I think it's like $249 or something like that. Excuse me. That was uncalled for. And that's not what I got it for. Like I said, I got it on a Black Friday deal. It was listed as $39.99. Since Black Friday, it's gone up to like $99.99. I think I even saw it for $79.99 recently. I bought it because it has 1080p recording capabilities, which I thought would be fantastic. The feedback in the FPV mode to your smartphone is in 720p, which it is. The recording is very crystal clear, and it's I would say 1080, and the feedback is very clear on your smartphone, as long as you have a smartphone, smart enough to have 720, 4K ultra, whatever. You know how smartphones are. Anyway, feedback is very clear. The recording is very clear. It even has an adjustable camera. You can adjust the camera angle on it. Ooh, that's cool. For however you want to fly. You want to fly real fast and cool. But reason I got it was because I thought it would be nice to get some footage of my crawlers and stuff, while I'm out on the trail. Get the crew out and get some fellas out or ladies or anybody together. Even if I'm out bashing, or anybody I'm out bashing with some friends and whatnot. Anybody got their cars flipping, flying, ripping, roaring, I can pull out this little bad boy. It fits in my trail bag. It'll fit. It damn near fit in your back pocket. And that's like right there in your back pocket. Not that you're going to, but I'm just saying. It's tight enough. I mean, look at my hand. That's how big it is. That's how big it is. I thought because of the camera aspects of it, what it records, it would be great to get some footage on the trail, out bashing real quick. I don't have to have this monstrous setup like I had before for my drones and whatnot. I had a couple of racing drones before, yes. I thought it would be cool to be able to get that footage, real easy, clear. It'd be great. I have batteries from I believe it was a beta FPV drone that I had before, but it required the full radio FPV goggles. It was basically a full-on drone, but just like a tiny whoop. Some of you guys may or may not know what tiny whoop is. You use your regular radio and the sticks and everything like that. You use your full-on FPV drone setup and everything, but it's a small drone like this. Well, this little bad boy here came with the drone, obviously. Came with a battery, which I don't have the battery on the table. I'll get it here in a minute. It came with charging cable for the radio, the transmitter. Transmitter is like an Xbox controller. It fits very comfortable in your hand, but if you got anybody knows anything or has been experienced in flying drones, you may be of a pinch type of feel. I was actually able to use this and pinch fly, because that was how I learned how to fly my drones, and I kind of feel that that's probably a better way to fly your drones. That's just me. That's what I would recommend. But you can even see the thumbsticks. The thumbsticks have got these the little feelers on it, like a regular drone transmitter, you know. Plus, it's got the attachment here, which can be removed for your phone. You can put your phone on there, sit over an angle you want. This stretches and whatnot, so you can put your phone in there, which is cool. Charging cable is for the transmitter. This charging cable is for the battery. Let me get the battery real quick so you can see what it looks like. I have here my trusty handy dandy LiPo case, and I'll show you the batteries that I use on the other side of it. Yeah, here it is. It's an E-Flite 1S 3.7 volt 550 milliamp battery. Simple little battery. 550. That's cool. I've got some of these 650 milliamp batteries. I don't know if you guys can see that. I've got like 4 of these from a previous drone. I can charge them off a 3S using this charger right here. I got this from my there it is, Beta FPV, and you guys can see that up close. But this will charge 6 of those little batteries off of a 3S or a 4S battery. So that's cool as hell. And like I said, all this stuff will fit in a trail bag, so I thought it'd be great. So that's the side. Charges this here, charges off a USB cable, a USB plug. Does not come with a charging block, but the majority of us have charging blocks, especially if you have a smartphone and you got this thing, that's what you're going to use it for. Anyway, it also comes with these, which I thought was really cool, and they work for what it is. They come with FPV goggles. They pop out. Boom. Head strap. And what you do is you pop this out here, slide your smartphone in there. There it is, bam, bam. It's got diopters, so that way you can adjust your field of view. You know, if you may wear glasses, and I don't know if people who wear glasses, if this would work or not. But I mean, it's really not that bad of a fit. I mean, even with my hat on, you know, I could take this bad boy outside, and I could, you know, it fits well on your face, and for what it's worth, for what it does, it works well for the money, for the value. You know, like I said, you can fold them down like this, bam, slap it in your pack, your trail bag, suitcase, whatever. If you got enough batteries, I think you really could use this thing for what it's intended to be used for. However, it's missing a propeller, as you can see. I've flown this thing maybe just a handful of times. For what it performed really well from what I'm gonna say. And speaking of which, performance-wise, it does have mode 1, 2, and 3. 2 and 3 is your altitude mode, I think it is. Whatever. Mode 1 is just your basic, easy on your bank levels. You know, it's not gonna, you're gonna turn like this as opposed to like this. That's all it does. And I don't know why there's even mode 2 and 3, because they're pretty much exactly the same from what I've experienced and from what I've read. Nothing different. Flew it inside the house. Like I said, it's really small. I bumped the speaker inside my living room. Bumped a speaker. The prop went flying. Okay, whatever. Not that big of a deal. Okay, put it back on. I'll watch out for the speaker. I bumped the couch The propeller went flying. I bumped, I think I might have had, I think I bumped the side of another couch, or I bumped a bookshelf. That's what it was, a bookshelf in my living room. The propeller went flying. That propeller has not stayed on there very well. I even tried to take my X-Acto knife and carve out the top of it here. There is a little hole already there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Probably not, but I took my X-Acto knife and I tried to carve out that hole a little bit, and I tried to put a little bit of glue. Not super glue. It was this mild glue. This is the Instacure gap filling. It's the medium Insta glue. I got this from Amain Hobbies. They've got their name on it. They're, you know. Thing still flew off. I figured, okay, fine, you know what? I'm done flying it in the house. I will take it outside. Let me take it outside. First of all, let me also get to the point that I had trouble connecting the camera to the phone app. What you have to do with this thing, I forgot. Let me rewind here real quick before I tell you about I took this outside. To get this thing to fly FPV, what you have to do is you have to take your smartphone, you have to download an app, which isn't a big thing from I think it's Spectrum is what it looks like when you actually download it. It's got the 3 orange bars. Click on it, opens up your interface, and it's like an FPV mode. Okay, fine. Once you connect with it Wi-Fi, open up your Wi-Fi on your phone, it tells you in the instruction manual, I don't have the instruction manual right here, obviously, but it tells you what it comes up as, what the password is. Okay, connect it. Once it gets connected, it's fine. It has a perfect, like I said, excellent clear picture, but I had trouble getting it to stay connected. In trying to get it off the ground, I got to the point to where camera would be good. I would have picture on the phone, have the phone sitting here on the transmitter, ready to go, ready to fly. Connected and everything, excuse me. Set it on the floor. It was ready to go. As soon as I took off, hit the throttle, it lost connectivity with the camera. It did that multiple times. So I don't know what I narrowed it down to, for some reason or another, the one battery that I have, but I haven't had an issue with that battery before, and it was one of the other batteries that I have, not the one that came with it. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. And then I had issues with it just connecting to the app altogether, the camera. So I uninstalled the app, reinstalled the app, still had issues, and then out of nowhere it just started working again. Like it was fine. Like there wasn't an issue. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Seems to be working. Jumping back to like it was working, so I decided to take it outside. Took it outside, sat on my front step, connected everything. It was good and great. Lifted off. It was flying kind of weird, and I was trying to adjust the pitch, and I was kind of flying towards my car, and I was like, I don't want to do that. So I throttled down to set it down in the grass. It bumped in the grass, flipped upside down. This thing has the feature to click it off, push the power button, or I'm sorry, the start-stop button, it will flip itself back over. Well, I did that. Figured everything was cool. Lifted off again. Zip, up she goes. I did not realize that there was a piece of grass stuck in one of the propellers. I couldn't tell you which one it was at this point in time, but it came flying right for me, and it hit the railing next to the step that I was sitting on. Both front propellers came flying off. This one I found, I can tell by the rotations, one that's supposed to be on there. This one, the one that I had trouble with, as far as I know, it vaporized and disintegrated and melted right into thin air. I cannot find it. I don't know if it went airborne. I don't know if it went left, right, up, down, horizontal, vertical, got buried in the ground in the leaves. I cannot find it. So now I have to spend another $10, which, like I said, I got the thing on sale. Okay, it's really not that bad, but I have to wait now for Amain Hobbies to send me some more freaking propellers so I can put this thing back together. And I'm going to try to glue it on, and I don't even care if it stays on there forever to the point where I have to change the motors. I really had high hopes for this thing. And at this point, I want to recommend it. I really, really do, because, like I said, the camera is really, really fantastic, and the feedback is really well on the phone once you get it connected. But I don't know. I don't know if I can give the Blade Inductrix FPV HD drone the props that I think that it deserves, despite the original retail price. Blade Inductrix, I know some of your drones have been clones of other drones in the past and whatnot, and some of them have been originals, but maybe it's just this particular one in general. Maybe I chalk it up as a lemon, like my Arma Outcast over there I'm having issues with. I don't know. But I really had high hopes for this thing, and I still do. I mean, to tell you the truth, I would like to even put brushless motors on this thing, and I think it's advertised with brushless motors, but those don't look like brushless motors to me. What do you guys think? I don't think so. So, for this review of the Blade Inductrix FPV HD, I'm gonna give it to you straight. You know what, eh? If I was you, man, I wouldn't buy this fucker right now, eh? I mean, it's cool and shit, eh? But I don't know, man. If it would fly right and shit, it'd be cool, that's it. But right now, man, I don't know if I'd buy that fucker. I'd wait a little bit longer. Find something else, eh, for right now. Unless anybody else got some better luck with this shit, eh, man. This one's a piece of junk, eh? But tell you what, man, I'm done with this one. Not really. I'm gonna get the parts. I'm gonna try to make it fly, and then if it doesn't work, eh, you know what? I'm gonna sell it. Why should I sell it? Let put it on somebody else? Nah, it ain't gonna work, I say. But hey, you guys. Like I said, it's pretty cool. It's not cool. I don't know. You take this review for what it is. This is just my experience. And if anybody's wondering what kind of camera I'm using one of these. GoPro, stop recording.